You know what's kind of crazy? It doesn't actually seem like it's been this short of a time, but Overwatch has only been out for a couple of weeks now, and already there are some big additions planned, including brand new heroes, new maps, we've got competitive mode coming. I mean, there's a lot on the way for this game. How's it going, everybody? Force here, and today I'm going to talk with you about a big, long post recently put up by Jeff Kaplan talking about the future of Overwatch. Where is the game going? What are they working on? And what do they have planned? Now, rather than having you sit here and read this giant wall of text, I'm here to do you all a service and break down that information for you and talk with you about what was discussed. So we're going to go through this, highlighting all of the major points so that you can be on the up and up, essentially. So yeah, the question on the forum post was, what's the direction of Overwatch? Where's the game going? And essentially, Jeff Kaplan came out to say that they're working on content patches right now throughout the rest of the year and into early 2017. We'll go ahead and start things off with competitive play. So we already know that competitive play is going to be coming at the end of the month. That was the tentative release window for them. It could be pushed into early July, who knows, but right now we're looking to get it sometime pretty soon. It's their big focus right now, Jeff said, and what he wanted to make sure that we all knew was that they took a ton of the feedback from the beta and they have made some big changes to the system. In fact, it almost sounds like they're working from the ground up to overhaul the entire thing, basically. So how close competitive play is coming up compared to what it was in the beta, we're not entirely sure. It could be drastically different for all we know based on what he's saying here. He has stated that they're playtesting this thing multiple times a day, and they are considering putting it up on the PTR, that is public test realms, to test it in a larger environment. So sometime within the next 2 weeks, we might actually see competitive play on a PTR version of the game. And he also stated that we should expect iterations past those first few seasons. Now, they've talked about potentially doing 2.5 or 3 month seasons for competitive mode. So we're going to see some changes over the coming 6 months to a year before they really solidify competitive play to get it exactly where they want it. Now on to what a lot of you guys are probably excited to hear about, and that is new heroes. We have a sneaking suspicion of what some of these new heroes may be. Sombra is the one that a lot of people have talked about, and I'm actually going to be working on a video for that hero, telling you guys what we know so far, what she could potentially be. A support sniper is kind of the rumor that everyone's talking about. Jeff basically said that they're actually currently working on a few new heroes. So besides the one that everyone thinks is coming next, there's additional ones in the pipeline. There are ones going through prototyping right now, and he wanted to just let us know that the reason they're not talking openly about this and they're not giving a release schedule for the next new hero is because things could change, and if they do, you know, he doesn't want everyone to be upset and get all bothered by it. But yes, new heroes are coming, multiple from what we gather here. New maps will be coming as well. There's a few new maps that are going through playtest and prototype as well, and they said they've got a lot of really cool ideas. In fact, they just recently tested a map that was unlike anything that's in Overwatch right now, but they were running into problems with the sightlines, basically making characters like Reaper unplayable. He said their long-range heroes are doing very well, so this tells me it was probably a very wide open space kind of map, as opposed to most of the maps right now, which are just several corridors linked together with a few different alternate paths off to the edges. It would be nice. I wouldn't mind like a bigger, more open map, but I also don't want characters like Reaper or any really closer range character to essentially be unplayable. But those are coming as well, so new maps and new heroes. Again, no dates for any of this stuff, but when they do come, he wanted to remind us that all that stuff is going to be free. A couple of additional features that they talked about that they have in the works. They're working on improvements to Spectator mode to make it a little bit more watchable during tournaments. They've got some new ideas for brawls, improved custom games functionality, some more customization options for a progression system, and as well as additional progression content, and then improved social features. So lots and lots of new stuff. I mean, none of this is terribly new news. I think it's good for me to hear that they've got several heroes that they're working on, so it's not like we're just getting 1 or 2 more. They might be adding several more heroes to the roster before all is said and done, as well as new maps. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to new maps as well. Now, at the end of this posting, he came out and said that developers aren't normally giving this much insight into the development process because things change, and when they do, players tend to get angry at them. He just wanted to make a point that they would like to change this dynamic, but it's kind of gotta take both sides. You know, it's not just them sharing information with us, but us, how we interpret and receive that information, and then what we do with that information. Again, if we're just asking, when's the next new hero, when's the next new hero, when's the next new hero, and then they say, well, we expect it to be at the end of July or something. And then if the end of July comes and that doesn't happen, the community gets in an uproar. Everyone's so upset. Why did you even, you know? So it's just one of those things. It's a give and take. I've seen a lot of people super happy with how open and communicative Jeff Kaplan has been when it comes to what they're doing in Overwatch. But there are drawbacks to that as well. So we've got to make sure as a community, this includes myself and you guys and the people you know who are passionate about Overwatch, don't go too crazy if deadlines aren't hit, if we're kind of prying information out of these people. All right, guys, well, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. I just wanted to give you a heads up that they're working on those brand new heroes. They're working on new maps. They've got additional functionality for the game coming. And yeah, now you know. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me here today. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to let me know what you think about everything we talked about here in the comment section below. Hope you all have a fantastic afternoon, and until next time, I'll see you later.